Good morning. I'm going to start something different this morning. You may remember that some time ago I gave a series of short talks on prophecy. Did 12 of them, all in a row. And in 12 short 5-minute sections, I spoke about prophecy over a couple of weeks. Then I was talking at another time about the cities that Jesus wrote to in Revelation, the 7 cities. And we took 7 sessions looking at a city on each particular day. Today, I feel challenged by God to start another series, and that is on the covenants. The covenants that God makes with his people, the covenants that God shares with us. Because I truly believe until we understand the covenants, we have difficulty understanding what the gospel is all about. Now, I could spend hours speaking about the covenants. My main difficulty is to speak about them in 5-minute chunks and to give you something day by day to actually think about and pray about. So let us start today by thinking, first of all, what is a covenant? Now, a covenant is simply an agreement, a contractual agreement, whereby one person or one group of people says to another person or another group of people that we will enter into a relationship. And in that relationship, we will be expected to relate to one another in certain ways. A typical example could be marriage. Man and woman coming together, creating the covenant of a marriage, whereby they say that they will protect each other, they will love each other, they will support each other, and they will make sure, to the very best of their ability, that each partner is able to grow and mature and become the person that God intended them to be. That is what Christian marriage is all about. Relating to each other in this particular way. Establishing a home, bringing up children, watching them mature, each person usually bearing different roles and different responsibilities, but in the end, making a marriage and a stable home where children can mature. That is a covenant. Now, in the Bible, we find God saying very simply, I hate divorce. And many people will read that in Malachi. It's written in the Good News Bible. God says, I hate divorce. And people think that he is saying that he hates divorcees, but that isn't what he is saying. See, you and I, we are human beings. And you and I, we have failings. And you and I, we make mistakes. And we break our covenants. What God is saying when he says this is he himself will not break the covenants he has made. And we sometimes think, why won't he break them? Because he says, my covenants last. You may break the covenant. You may go against the agreement I've made, but I will not break the covenant. And as we go through life, and as we try to understand the gospel, we'll see these covenants appearing over and over again. I'm going to go back right to the very beginning, and I'm going to be thinking about these covenants, because as we grow in understanding them, so I hope we'll grow in understanding our relationship with God and his relationship with us. Now, as I said, my big difficulty is to do this in 5-minute chunks. So I'm not going to say very much more this morning, except to say very simply that if you get fed up with these, then quite simply shut them off, delete them, do anything you like. I should run them through for a couple of days and I'll see how it's going. I feel challenged by God to actually do it. I myself don't know how difficult this is going to be. I've tried to put some ideas together in my mind, and I realize it is a vast subject. It covers the whole of creation from the very beginning to the very end. Covenants that God makes with us, agreements he makes with us, contracts he makes with us, as he tries to show us what he would like from us and how we should respond in return. It's going to be an interesting couple of days. But remember, God speaking to us very simply and saying, as God speaking, I will not break the covenants I have made. I will not do it. And when he says, I hate divorce, he is not talking about Christian marriage. He is talking about covenant relationships. He says, I will not break the covenant. I will keep my promises. And if you understand the promises, then you can enter into a full relationship with me. Amen.